Easy out here at the Avon Park Aero Models Club. Going to do the maiden on this Aeros 50mm Viper. Awfully windy today, but if I wait on a perfect day to fly, I'll never make it to the field. So anyways, this is a big shout to Hobby Zone for sending this out to me. Y'all watch the unboxing, build, and radio setup. I'm going to run her take off in our hand launch in their stability mode, which is self-level, and then I'll switch to their dynamic mode, which is optimize or kind of like AS3X wind mitigation. All right, timer set for 3.5 minutes. Right, left, up, down. She's a bank and yank, and this first flight is going to be in a 4-cell 1500 milliamp RC Hackers 4S. Okay, motor's on.
AS3X mode, stability mode.
All right, here we go.
AS3X mode.
A little windy. Actually, it's very windy. But as expected, she's flying great. Stand behind my baby.
Time remaining.
Try to block some of the sun. Yeah, it is windy. Very, very windy. All right. My high rates are 100% throws over 30% or 20% expo. All right, I'm gonna get her lined up again for that. Do that same pass. Next time we're going to land her. She is having a hard time with this wind. But take a little bitty plane and fly her in 15-mile-an-hour winds. That's to be expected, but boy, she's handling just fine. Their direct mode or optimized mode is doing just fine. All right, let me pick her up. Woo! That's the only problem with landing on this Geotech. Already making the belly, getting that black tar that's in this fabric. All right, this time we'll take off. I'm going to leave her. I'll put her back in their stability mode. Okay. All right. What an easy flying little jet, even in this wind.
Time remaining.
All right, I'm going to circle back out towards the road. I'm going to bring her by closer to us. If I can get her to turn. This wind is being horrible today. There you go. I'm going to take her straight up. Oh yeah, for a maiden flight. But this is the second time I've owned this bird. Lander, maybe. Well, maybe not. Very stable. That direct mode has got her locked in. In the reflex world, I think it's called optimized. In the spectrum world, it's called AS3X. Yeah, she is locked in.
Time remaining 1 minute.
lander, and we'll take off one more time. Lander on the runway this time. Maybe. All right. That wind's blowing her right into us. All right, gonna take off this last time for it with her. Great little plane. I'm very impressed. Gonna leave her in the direct mode. Whoa. Now see, I should have put her in the self-level.
30 seconds. 20 seconds.
All right, I got to circle around just a little bit more. Whoa. There you go. Prop secured. That's what you want to hear. Even though she don't have a prop. All right. The only, if you want to call it damage, is skid marks from landing on the Geotech. All right. Now this time I'm not going to just drop my canopy. I have a bad habit of just dropping them and they get all scratched up. But to show you where I have the 1500 4S right there, I have shoved that Gen X or that Gen 2 receiver up underneath the canopy there. And then of course that's the reflex or the vector system right there. So let's next flight with her, we're going to actually try her on the 3-cell like they recommend, but it'll be an 1800, not a 1300. Still got 50% left on the battery, and I flew for 3.5 minutes minus 8 seconds. So there's the ESC. It's a little warm, but I can keep my finger on it. And it's just important that you put your receiver up under there, especially if you're going to run her on 4-cell, which I recommend. I'm not. The manufacturer does not call out for 4S. It calls for 3S, but I'm running her on 4S, and that ESC is not hot. I mean, she's a little warm, but I can, like I said, I can keep my finger on her. So there you go. Very successful maiden, but I expected that because it's a well-designed plane. Big shout out again to the Hobby Zone to send her out to me. This little plane, it's nice because it's brightly colored and you can easily see it, but it's just the right size to throw in the back seat. You don't have to disassemble her. You don't have to worry about gear. So really, you can take her to any small park or field or anywhere, or an AMA field and everything, and keep it in nice and tight and closer to you. And she's just the perfect little park flyer. She really is. You can run her on I recommend, if I'm going to go with a 3S, I'm going to go with a 1500 or an 1800. The 1300, which they recommend, to me is going to be too small. It had to be just like a dead calm day, and you know, and just perfect conditions. But for most of the time, you're going to want a little bit of more oomph to it, a little more wind penetration. So I would go with an 1800 3S or a 1500 4S and fly her that way. The 1400 the 4S gives you a little more punch, but just a great little plane, easy to fly, easy to keep around, economical batteries, and yeah, there you go. There'll be a link for the purchase of this in the description of this video. Right now this is going to be part of a Black Friday sale, which will be coming up soon. And but if you can't wait, go ahead and use my link. Use my link anyways. I don't know how much they're going to be taking off, but you're going to want to take advantage of that. And if you miss that, you can still use my code, because it's whichever. Either the sale will be more or my code will be more. My code will take $10 off the price. I don't know how the Black Friday part's going to work, but that's coming up. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. God bless y'all. And that is the Ailerons VIPER 50mm. Great little plane, and just a good looking little plane. Great to fly. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.